Hey guys, today I want to make a video on this, email I got from Zucasta. I don't even know why they send me these emails. I mean, I went to use their service to check out the housing prices and stuff like that, right? I never signed up for a blog where they're going to email me like 24/7. But anyways, the title of the email was Average Toronto Home Prices Hit $902,000 despite COVID-19. And the first thing I thought was, why are you sending me these emails? And then you go down a bit. I mean, the article that they're linking me to, it says Toronto region March home sales taper in response to COVID-19. I don't even know why the title is that. It doesn't even match the original email title. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. But anywho, I don't think that telling me the home prices is going up despite COVID-19 will make me feel that the housing prices is going to go up. I mean, only an idiot would think that. I mean, because we all know that the real estate pretty much shut down. We're in like, the calm before the storm. So if you think right now the prices are dropping, you're completely out of your mind and you're completely wrong. Right now is the calm because you can't do anything, right? So anyways, here it says home prices are dropping in Mississauga. And then here it says, this is BC, right? There's British Columbia. Canadian real estate market hit hard by pandemic. So these articles coming out here is wrong. I mean, right now it's the calm. I mean, nothing is happening because nothing can happen. I mean, most of the boards basically said, you shouldn't go out. We're social distancing and self-isolation and stuff, right? So, these are completely wrong. There will be a time when the price drops by a lot, and this is not the time. And going back to the original article, why I made the video, I don't know why they're telling me the housing prices at like record high despite COVID-19. I mean, is it trying to make me feel like, hey, this is a good time to get in? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, their numbers are very subjective. If there was only 2 houses sold in March, right? That's a random number, all right? It might not be. So I'm just saying, if there's only 2 houses sold in Toronto and they're both around $900,000, of course you're gonna say, hey, $900,000, right? So anyways, the pandemic has officially started, I think around last month. I mean, we're in the middle of it now, not even actually in the 2nd month, so it's not whatever, but it's getting worse and worse. And we're in the calm before the storm. Right now, anybody telling you the real estate market is bad right now is wrong. It's completely and utterly wrong. And you can always debate me on that. I'll tell you why. When it will get bad is not right now. It's not when we're in pretty much in self-isolation, in self-suspension, or everything is suspended. Everything is suspended in midair, basically. It's like the Matrix, right? I mean, it's the time of the Matrix. Right? It's literally right now. When it will start dropping, in my opinion, and you could always debate me on this, when it will start dropping is when the official administrations tell you it is safe to go back out now. We're opening the economy. You could go back to work. You could get your business started again. That's when prices will drop. Right now, everybody is freaking out and they're blowing through their savings, right? Buying food and stuff like that, and they're blowing through their savings. Right now is the calm. Right now is like nothing is happening because everything is literally frozen, right? When it will happen is that I don't know how long this frozen time is going to take, right? But the longer it is, the more pressure it builds up in a person, and then the more likely the floodgate is basically just going to flood out. So, right now, we're suspended. Nothing is going on. But when we get the all clear sign, and we will get the all clear sign, because Trump has been saying, hey, we want to open the economy by Easter, and the health experts were pretty much like, you're an idiot. That's not happening. And he had to push that back to another 30 days, right? So that is happening. But they are finding measures to make it happen. And they're pretty much going to follow all of the Asian countries. It's just that they're going to change the words. What is going to happen is they're going to tell us to wear masks when we go to work, when we go to a supermarket, everywhere we go, wear some gloves and stuff like that, and sanitize. And basically, you could go back to work. That will happen. I don't know when, but right now they're telling you to use face cloth, which is a downgrade. Is literally a downgrade, okay? I mean, literally, we have these really good face masks, you know, that is used by world, like, you know, everybody around the world. And in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, they sell these to their citizens for 20 cents, right? And these used to sell for $1 for 10. And my mom bought this for me back then, right before the virus started. Now it costs about $1 each, but you know, it used to be around 10 cents. So, you know, we had these great masks. They're waterproof, they protect you and everything. Now they're telling you to downgrade to a face cloth. And the best example I could give you is we have these beautiful toilet paper. You know, these thick and, like, you know, no matter how much you wipe and how wet it is, you know, you can't get past, you know, if you have enough, right? It won't go back, you won't even feel it. But now they're pretty much telling you to use leaves. That's literally it. I mean, why are you telling people to use face cloth? It makes no sense. I mean, the cloth is pretty much like leaves, right? I mean, what the hell? There has been no studies whatsoever about face cloth material, cotton or whatever, bandanas, scarves. I mean, you have people around the world laughing at recommendations like that. Literally, I mean, people are like, wow. I mean, I was watching a video. Somebody was like, oh, that guy's wearing the mask, not covering the nose. And, you know, this was like a professor, right? That guy's using a cloth. That's no, I mean, that guy's using a scarf. That's no good. And, you know, they're literally telling you to use scarf and whatnot. So, as far as I know, these face cloth is not going to work. So what is going to happen is, because they're telling you to wear face cloth, it's going to be extended, right? Because they're going to get to a point where they're going to realize the face cloth don't work. I could be completely wrong. They might even send people out to work with face cloth. But face cloth is not going to work. And then they're eventually going to have to get to a face mask. So everybody is in self-isolation, right? And when we get the all clear to go out again, and as people are in self-isolation or at home, in the first month, you know, it's great. You know, you can spend time at home with your kids, with your wife and whatnot, enjoying the Super Bowl. Actually, not the Super Bowl. Enjoying some YouTube videos or, you know, some animated series. I don't know. I don't really care. But, you know, first month is great, right? But as you're burning through money, you know, as your property tax comes, I'm not even sure if they're going to really submit that, but as your payment comes due and your account is going down, the only thing you have left is your house. And some of you, right, especially millennials my age, they like, most of them don't have a house. They have what you call a condo, right? A condo, and it's only a rental property because they still live with their parents. So anyways, they're like, oh yeah, you know, they have this condo, and the condo has maintenance fee. It has land tax too, right? So anyway, the maintenance fee are like sky high, and then on top of that is the mortgage. So now it's double whammy, and then they already made some money buying into a good market. And what is going to happen is they're going to start selling, at least the smart ones anyway. So the first wave of people are going to be smart people, right? And then you have the second wave of people, and then you're going to have the dumbest wave of people, which is the third one, which are similar to my friends. And the only reason why I say that is because it reminds me of the oil market in 2014. I mean, these guys, they really hated oil. I mean, once it got up to 120, then they started diving in, right? And then once the oil started dropping, they lost all their money and they didn't even get back in anymore. Literally, they're like, pretty much like, I'm done, right? So, you know, because millennials, at least in the West anyways, are never trained properly to invest. They have no clue what they're doing. And even for me, right? I mean, for me, at least I'm learning. I mean, I lost money in oil, okay? I mean, let's say, you know, let's say I lost $5,000 and then, you know, when oil dropped, but I bought back in at the low, and then I doubled my money even from there, and then I doubled my money even more, and so I made my money back. But other people, mostly trained here, because I was born here, so I know what's happening. They don't want to study economics. What they want to do is sit along and enjoy, like, I don't know, go to a club or something, right? Or, you know, go out to the restaurant. But anyways, so most of the people in the third wave, they're going to be underwater when they sell. The first wave, I believe, is going to be the foreign investors. They're the people in Asia or people in other countries. They're like, I don't know about Canada was doing so well. I mean, it looks like it's just like I'm looking at New York right now, and they're going through hell. I mean, if I was an investor in New York, I would be like, you know what? Once that thing is done, I'm gonna sell my property. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. The first wave is gonna be the foreign investors, smart people. Second wave, I don't know who that is, but it'll probably be some smart, a bit dumber but still smarter. But the third wave is probably gonna be the locals, right? Which is like me, right? But I don't need to whatever. My house is for whatever, but it's for me to live in. But most of my friends, they bought a rental property because, they could borrow so much money, like $1 million. They're paying like $5,000 per month, or like, they don't even make $5,000, so they're paying a lot. So anyways, they borrowed all of this money. Now the price is going down because the smart people are going out. But as they try to go out, right, get out of the real estate market, that's when the crash happens, and they won't get out. I mean, they're going to be underwater by the time they get out. That's what I feel. I could be completely wrong. You could debate me on that. Because I agree, right? Inflation is going to take hold, and then real estate prices are going to go higher, right? Because your money is, your currency is losing value. And that's why I have a mortgage. But the difference is, a lot of these people cannot pay off their mortgage. And not only that, they can't even meet a few months. I mean, they don't even make $5,000, and their tenant's not going to pay because their tenant, right now we have a coronavirus law, right? Because there's there's the coronavirus. Tenant don't have money, so now you don't have to pay rent. So if I was a tenant, why would I pay the rent? They will need, and then, my friends are going to be like, you know what, I'm going to sell the house. Now, this is too much hassle to deal with the tenants. I've been saying all this for a very, very long time, right? And people just don't get it. And, of course, I was saying you could debate me on that. But because most of these people, I know them personally. They don't have the money for 1 month. Literally 1 month. I could, for my mortgage, I think I could hold off my mortgage for 5 years. Literally. I mean, my mortgage is a couple $100. And not like my friends, my friends is like $5,000. I'm like, dude, I can't even pay $5,000. That's crazy. But at that point, it was euphoric, right? Because they can get like $3,000 from their tenant. They could keep raising it. They put it, some money in from their own personal whatever. The prices of real estate was going up. Now everything has changed. They're not getting money from the tenant, and they can't get the money, and they can't even evict them. So now they have to pay the maintenance fee, because I don't think the maintenance fee is gonna stop, right? I mean, the maintenance is still going on. I need to maintain my mother's house. I just sent somebody to go fix the stairs and stuff like that. But the maintenance is not gonna stop, which means the fee is not gonna stop. Well, at least I don't see it. I don't know. I didn't ask them, but anyways, I'm pretty sure the maintenance fee won't stop because a lot of the plumbing services and stuff is still available. But who is going to pay for the maintenance fee and the mortgage if the tenant is not going to pay the landlord? So, the first wave of people I feel that are going to go when we get all signal time, like all signal, right? Like, all good. You could go out, you could, whatever. Again, the first wave is the foreign investors. And then the second wave is probably the people following the foreign investor. And then the third wave is going to be the people that are going to be pretty much underwater. I mean, I don't care if they're going to be up like $100,000 or $200,000. They're going to be down like freaking $100,000 or $200,000. They're going to be underwater $100,000, $200,000. That's what I think anyways. And then once that floodgate opens, we are going to have a greater financial crisis. And sure, what is going to happen there is inflation is going to take hold. I mean, inflation right now is not even in the bag yet because we're at the calm before the storm. But that's what I truly think what will happen. And anybody telling you the real estate market is hit hard, it hasn't been hit hard. I mean, we are at a freeze right now. It's like what Jim Rickard likes to say. Was that ice 10? We're literally frozen. You can't do anything. When the gate opens is when you are told you can go out again. And I don't know how long that will be. The longer it is, the more money people like will use up, right? Because let's say it goes on for 6 months. Now you're down 6 months of rent, and you're down like 6 months of mortgage payment or whatever. I don't even know what is going to happen with the mortgage. Then you have to pay property tax. Then you have to pay tax. Then you might not even have your job. I don't know. But, you know, there's too much to think about. I think when that floodgate opens, I don't need to worry about anything. I just know the first thing, if I had a condo in New York, once they get that thing sorted out, I'll probably just sell. Because the shit has hit the fan, and it's not going to get better from here. I mean, so right now we're in freeze mode. But once we get off freeze mode, that is when the real crash will come. That's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But anyways, I mean, I'm just judging this from all the millennials I know. I mean, obviously there's other investors that probably won't go broke, but I'm pretty sure my friends will go broke. And actually, not just my friend. I mean, there's a lot of people too, right? I mean, some of the people are much older than me. They still have a mortgage.